Hello, everyone. I am Ken, and this is Kayla. Welcome to our new podcast called K&K After Hours. You can go ahead and explain what we're.
So, we're going to be handling hot takes, hot topics, random topics. Some things just don't make sense, and we're going to get to the bottom of why it don't make sense.
While also sharing our experiences about anything. If we can relate to the experience that we're talking about, we'll share our personal stories.
So, you ready to start us off with the topics?
So we did. So our first topic of choice is the not everyone is autistic topic.
Now, that could
Since
be very confusing when you first hear it, but there are autistic people, yes, and they are very nice people, everybody treated equally, all that good stuff. But when I
you
say
know,
that, I mean like the people who are like deemed autistic because like they're smarter than average. I feel like that's very misleading because the average is like impeccably low. Like the average is so low that society is just stupid, basically. So
fair.
if you're like autistic and you're just like the smarter than average autistic, then you're just what the normal level should be.
Huh. So but what if they're like diagnosed with it though? Like it's like professionally diagnosed.
Well, if it's
You
if
feel?
it, like I said, if it still like applies, if they're just on a spectrum to where they're smarter than average, like that one video where these kids, I think they were in high school, they were probably about to graduate, and they couldn't spell beautiful, and they couldn't spell a
Bro,
lot of
hold up,
words.
hold up. Oh my god, bro. Have you seen like those videos of people like they have these clips hits and like they're like people are like read this and they can't read like the simplest words, bro.
Yet beautiful was one of those words, and that's why I say like
Or like
the
people who
world,
can't read
like
the
they're
word kernel.
going through a literacy crisis.
Oh my
And
god,
it's
dude, it's so
such a
bad.
bad crisis. Like when I heard it, I was like, does it sound right? People can read. They have to know how to read. But no, they can't read. They're just graduating from cheating and just going into the world illiterate.
And it's bad, dude. I'm like, especially with the whole like rise of AI, bro. Cheating has become like 100 times easier.
You don't even have to
And
try to
people
cheat
and
no
like,
more.
I'm like, you really don't have to, bro. I'm like, dude, dead ass. So I can actually talk about this. So my math class, my algebra 2 class, he said that we could cheat. Like he would literally openly allow us to cheat. But the only thing is that if he caught us, he would have to say something about it. But he would actively encourage us using our phones, Chat GPT, all of that. But just doing it the way he can't see it. Because he like
See, I
adds
think
since that's his job. I was like, but
I
like
can do
still
one
though.
better than that. Back in eighth grade, I had this. I think it was my science teacher. And so I would always finish my work in her class because her class was so easy. And she didn't care about cheating at all. She would just be like, as long as you get the work done. So I would sit right in front of her desk and people would come up to me, hand me their work. And it was like, hey, can you do this for me? I'm like, okay. And I would
You
look
got
at her and
money.
she would just shrug like, as long as they get it, as long as they pass, I don't really care. And so I would
I'm
actively
like,
just do their work right in front of her, hand it in for them. They would pass, and then we just move on. And that happened every single time.
and bro, I'm not even gonna like fully blame it on the teachers either. Bro, it's also on y'all parents, bro. Y'all don't be doing nothing to check y'all kids, bro. I'm
But I
like
can
these parents will genuinely like do nothing, bro, and let these kids fail, right? Like if I failed any of my classes, bro, my parents would beat the living breaks off of me, bro, every day till I get my grades
yes.
up.
I
And like,
remember in school, I had a low D, I think. No, I think I had below a D. I think I had an F. I started off with like a 40, and I was like, I went up to a 60. I'm like, oh my God, I went up to a 60. And they was like, okay, you went up, but you're still failing. Like, you need to fix that. I'm like, but I went up, you're still failing. And
I'm
I
like,
got
yeah,
mad
they
about
like,
it, but
I'm like, I'm
that
like,
made me pass.
Like I was like, yeah, like you're not passing until you have at least a B, bro.
Exactly. And with
Iffy.
that kind of encouragement, I went from a 40, I passed the class with a 99, the second highest in the grade.
I'm like, and that's crazy, bro. And like, you ever see those videos of like the teachers like crying and complaining about their jobs, bro? And like how like like students' parents generally don't give like they will let their student fail the entire year, then call their teacher like at the end of the year and ask like, why is my kid failing? And like
Because the things
the
about
teachers like
parents,
try reaching out to them multiple times. You feel?
parents treat school like a daycare. Like they send
I
their
swear,
child
bro.
there, and it's just like, oh, okay. So from what my child does here, that's all on y'all. I'm not taking care of them today. Like they're here for a reason. They're not at home. They're at school. It's your
And that's
problem.
bro.
It's your
And
job to
like
deal with it.
I'm like, and that's such a bad problem because you can just say you just don't want kids. I'm like, you can literally just say that you don't fuck with your kids.
But you can't even say that though, because you say that a lot of people will shame you for that.
They can shame you for that, bro. But like, that's pretty much what you're saying, bro. If you're not, even if you're not saying it directly, that's what you're saying.
They
You don't
want
mess with your
kids so
kids.
they can say like, "Oh yeah, I have kids." They want to give that facade like they're a good parent, but they don't actually want to work to be the parent that they should be. And that's how
It's a
we got
big
here.
problem, bro.
Just
I'm like,
a world of illiterate kids.
I'm like, why do we genuinely have kids who can't read the word colonel and are saying colonel?
Like,
I'm like, do you know how
and I would
crazy that is to
understand
me?
that if it's from like somebody in the senior, like a 10-year-old, 12-year-old below. Okay, you need to learn that. But if you're
But it
literally
be
about to
actual
graduate
adults,
high
bro.
school, and if
Like
you're
literally
out here,
people
you're old
graduating,
enough
bro.
to drink alcohol, and you can't even say colonel. I feel like
You
if
need to
you just
be.
take a majority of the population, like the normal population, not the ones who are on the spectrum, and just put them on, are you smarter than a fifth grader? They're gonna
They're failing.
fail because they're not. They're not even smarter than a third grader.
And it's like, and it's crazy because these people also get like rewarded for this, bro. And you have like the people who actually try hard to like be intelligent, and it's just like, why would they want to work hard if they like if it's obviously easier to be a failure, you know?
Because you're not getting punished for it. With like growing up, I had to stay at the table until I did my work.
Ooh,
Now, when I had to
ooh,
take spelling
bro,
tests, and so I would have to write every single word a
bro.
hundred times, and I would be so mad because I'm like, my hands hurt, my head hurt, I'm tired. But it was like, I don't
Dude,
care. You gotta
dude,
write these words a hundred
I was
times,
doing
and
so
you know what I
bad in
did?
like
I
math back in like
passed.
elementary, bro. My parents would literally force me to do different equations for hours, bro. Hours until I got it right, bro. I mean, I
Because
still suck
that's
at
what
math,
it
but at least I'm not
takes.
terrible at it.
That's literally what it takes. And a lot of parents now, they don't have that patience. They just say, oh, well, I'm not going to teach you this.
And y'all be letting TikTok raise y'all kids, which is the problem, bro. I'm like, that's a whole nother topic to get into about giving your children like access to social media way too early.
Oh my goodness. Yes. It's
Like,
literally a
oh my god,
sickness.
bro, holy shit, bro. Do y'all see that's crazy? But no, like it's actually bad. Um, I'm like,
But speaking of like how they just aren't good parents and some people just don't want to be
ooh,
parents, if you
we about to segue
can't
into our
be
next
a
topic.
parent, do not have
Yes,
kids.
yes, bro. I'm like, if you can't afford having a kid, bro, don't have one.
Even if you're financially stable, if you don't have the capacity to sit and do
Like,
what it takes, because a
make
kid is a lifetime commitment. Like until you die, and even after you die, you're going to spend the rest of your life taking care of that child, and people don't
I'm
like
like,
that.
I'm like, the kid did not ask to be put here, okay? Like, they didn't ask to be born. Like, this was a conscious choice you made to bring them in here, bro, and only to act like, they don't exist.
And now they gotta reap the consequences of your selfishness. That's all it is, just
Like,
selfish.
you ever seen those memes like, why don't my kids talk to me anymore? Like, because, bro, you treated them like they were nothing their entire life, bro. They're gonna treat you like that when you're old and gray. And like
And
this
then
is
they
like back
like
to the
to
topic.
play the victim, like, you had a roof over your head, you had food in your stomach, you
Bro,
had
they
an
be
incentive to
celebrating
do
doing the
that.
bare minimum, bro.
Like, you
You're
have an
celebrating doing the
incentive.
bare
If you
minimum.
don't do that, you're going to jail.
I'm
If there
that's
was
the
no
bare minimum, bro.
consequence, then you
You
would do less.
I'm like you're trying to argue that doing the bare minimum is like great when it's not.
Like, I understand if sometimes everybody hits a bad point in life, like a rough patch. But if you just actively are in a rough patch and you just still decide, like the family on TikTok with 5 kids, actively in a rough patch, neither of you have a job, and you have the right idea to get pregnant again while your kids are sleeping on the kitchen floor.
Like that's a problem, bro.
I feel like if you need to take a test to drive and you need to pass it, I feel
I'm
like you
like
need to take a
the
test
test.
to be a
I'm to be
parent.
a parent. Yes. I'm like speaking of like internet parents, bro. Like we were talking about this earlier. It's this there's this lady, bro, who be like spending no money on her kids at all. Oh, bro, talking about how to budget with your kids when yada yada. He wants to go to Chuck E. Cheese, and then you just be giving this terrible, oh crappy water slide, bro,
Oh
that has
my
like
god, and
no kind of features.
she took her kids to Great Wolf Lodge and they wanted to go to the arcade in it. Have you ever been to Great Wolf Lodge?
I have.
Yeah, so you know the arcade they have?
Yeah.
They wanted to go to the arcade, but she was like, "Oh well, I don't want to waste all my money on the arcade." So they just had to go in there and just like pretend they were
Oh, I
playing.
saw
Like,
that. I
yeah,
saw
but
that.
it's
She would
like,
like
why
put her
would you
kids.
take
She would like
them
put her
to
like.
Great
She would
Wolf
like put her
Lodge?
kids on
Like,
this on like. She also did that at Chuck E. Cheese. She would like put her kids on this stuff with other people's kids, bro. While she's
you know
recording
how
this, by the way.
expensive Great
While
Wolf
she's
Lodge
recording this, by
is?
the way, with meta
With
bands.
her $500 glasses while they're
My
splitting
guys,
McChicken nuggets.
bro. Yes, bro. That McDonald's video made me so mad. I'm like, and again, that goes back to the why don't my kids talk to me anymore? Because you tried to be so cheap. Because you can afford meta bands, right? You can afford all this stuff, but you can't afford getting all your kids 4-piece nuggets, bro. You only got two, bro, and you're making them
And
split their nuggets, bro.
it's really not like she don't got no source of income. Like, she is literally
I'm like,
TikTok famous. You can do sponsors. You get paid from that. You have views. You have followers. You have fans.
you're really just choosing not to do anything with it,
You're literally
which is our
just
problem.
choosing to be a bad parent. And I think that literally needs jail time because
It you're that's not crazy. I think that like you should be punished for that.
like I said, they will only do it if they have an incentive. Oh, you have a roof over your head. There's incentive. You will go to jail. Like, if
Again,
you leave
that
your
is
kid,
the
you're on child
literal
support.
bare
That is
minimum.
your incentive to be in your kid's life. So
I'm like,
if there is no consequence to the action, then the action is going unpunished. And if the action is going unpunished, then the action will just escalate.
it's like I just like, and not even to mention how incredibly selfish it is. I'm like, we like just to bring up the amount of selfishness that it is. Like you're bringing this kid who knows nothing, by the way. Like they don't know how to defend themselves. Excuse me, they can't like they can't go outside and buy food, bro. They can't take care of themselves, bro. You bring them into this world, right? You bring them into this world, and then you just leave them high and dry to die.
Like, I feel like if you can't like afford to take care of yourself, and if you can't afford, like, if the time comes to take care of another person, be celibate.
I'm like,
It is not that hard. People are just full of lust, and that lust comes with consequences, and that consequences is a life. That's like
and they don't
if
be
going to get a
realizing that, bro.
dog and you know you can't stay home to watch that dog and take that dog out. What would you do if you can't do that? Don't get the dog.
I'm
But they
like,
don't understand that concept. They like, "Oh, I want to have fun. I want to do this. I want to do that." You need
but
to
then when it
be
comes to
having
actually
fun
taking care
applying
of
for
your kid, bro,
jobs.
Oh, y'all don't want to do anything, bro. Y'all actually just want a kid for the looks.
They want the title. They just want to say, "Oh, yeah, I'm a mother." Post one good, like post their child reading, like reading their ABCs. Like, see, guys, I'm a great mother, but you didn't teach your child that. They had to learn that from somebody else because you don't pay attention to your child. You want it for the
And
looks.
like,
You want the title, but you don't want to work for it.
and you're acting like, and then they get so defensive when they call you, like, when they get called out for it, bro. I'm like, no, bro, you don't get to be mad here. All right. I'm like, you don't get to be upset, okay? Because you're not the one suffering. And like, then because like it also be like how kids be like getting led to bad stuff, bro. So I'm like, then your kids start doing drugs, bro, going to jail, bro. You're like, how did this happen?
Like, think of
Because
Lil
you didn't
RT.
do anything, bro.
Like his mom literally encourages everything that he does. Now he's a 10-year-old talking about if she can get the about my crib. Like, what does he know
Why is your
about
kid
that? He
talking
knows
like that,
nothing
bro?
about that. But
I'm
you're
like, why? Like,
encouraging him. It's
and
just
that's
all adults just saying, "Yeah, say it." Like, no, he needs
and
to
I'm
be saying
like,
his ABCs. Can he
oh,
spell?
I'm like, and they feel no shame about this, by the way. I'm like, there is no shame that is felt here.
Like, and they're doing it all for the internet fame, like internet clout. Like, why is strangers and money
Like,
more important than a literal life that you brought? Like, you carried this life inside of you for 9 months,
I'm like,
and you're valuing internet fame and money over it.
I'm like this is a problem, bro. This is a problem. And y'all keep treating it like it's just something in casual, bro. Something normal,
Cause
bro.
it's been normalized, just like baby mama culture. It has been normalized to the
Bro,
point where you can't
like don't get me
even. You just
started.
gotta look at it and be like, oh well, add her to the list. She's another statistic. And
I'm
it's like some
like
people they just hit
I'm like,
hard times. Okay, but I'm talking about the people who actively just choose to do it.
bro. It's just embarrassing, bro. It's genuinely embarrassing. And then it be people who are actually raised by decent parents, bro. And it generally be people who like be raised by different parents, bro. Like I hate when like people are like this generation yada yada yada. But sometimes, bro, I be standing them with them to say, when they say that stuff, cause it's like you are what in your 20, like you're like 27, bro. Oh, you got no job, bro, and you're trying to make it being TikTok famous, bro. You're having kids, bro. Like what? You have
Like
no
having no
degree, no
source of
education.
income,
I'm like, what are
but
you
you want
doing?
to go out and just go have fun. No, you need to go out and find stability. No fun should be had.
I was like there is literally a problem here, and it's absolutely insane. That's
And
like,
it's just getting worse. Like, everybody just getting more and more. Like, the more people that get TikTok famous, that's like how kids just say, "Oh, I want to be a YouTuber when I grow up." They're living like children. They're stuck in a child mindset. And that's one of the things, like, that's where the parents also come in, because a lot of times they're just doing how their parents did them. Like, oh well, my
I'm like,
grandma and my dad didn't do well this, that, and the third, but I'm doing this for you. But you're still doing it wrong. Just because
I'm
you're
like,
doing it less wrong than it was done to you does not mean it's right. And they don't want to go through the struggle to change, because changing for the better is hard. Like, you
it
gotta
is.
really sit with yourself, and you gotta
I'm
like
like,
say
you
everything
have
that's
to be able
wrong.
to
You
like
gotta actively
recognize
change
your
it.
flaws, bro. And
You have
once
to
you
hold
recognize the
yourself
flaws, you have to be able to
accountable.
like accountability is such a big problem for people. Oh, bro.
Everybody lacks it because they hear accountability, they hate it because they want to feel like, oh, I'm right, I didn't do that. But if you're wrong, you're wrong. There's no reason
I'm
to feel
like,
bad about it. You just need to change it. It's no
I'm
point in,
like,
like,
something like you really just have to fix stuff, bro. You have to be able to fix yourself, bro. Because if you can't, You know what? This can segue into another topic. If you can't, if you can't be happy, outside of a relationship, bro, and if you're desperate for a relationship, it's a problem. It's really
You're
it's a
sick.
problem.
You're mentally ill.
I'm
And I'll
like,
say that from
why?
experience.
I'm like, why can you not live by yourself? I'm like, why can't you be happy with just being you?
And I say that from experience because I for the longest time I needed a relationship. Like even if it was with a man that didn't want me, just chasing after him to get that little burst of validation was all I needed because I
I'm
hated
like,
myself. And that's really like what it comes down to. You don't love yourself
yes, bro.
enough
I'm
or
like,
at all.
and when that's
And
the
it's
case,
like
bro, you don't even realize how like desperate you look, bro. I'm like, these
but
people
some
generally
people
don't realize
realize
how
it.
sad they look, bro.
Some
And
people
but like,
realize it, but they think that,
they're
oh
like too
well,
far
I'm
gone,
still
bro.
getting the validation, so it doesn't matter like how I look. I'm still getting what I want. But that's just worse in the end because your whole emotional state is depending on a person that most likely knows it and they're just gonna use you.
And because they genuinely don't care. I'm like, it literally, like, I can say they don't care about you. I'm like, 9 times out of 10, bro, they don't care, bro. You're just something that they can play with.
They're literally
And
they're a parasite. It's a parasitic relationship.
like, I'm not gonna say I wish I could say I feel bad for these people, bro. But then they just genuinely be putting themselves in these kinds of
Yeah, I feel
situations, and
like
it's
you
like,
can feel bad, but it just gets to a certain point where it's just like if I'm 18 and I can learn all of these lessons myself and actively
why
change,
are you
why are you
24
35? Now,
on
why are you
like
35
on
still
like
dealing with
freaking?
somebody who just cheats on you, do this, that, and the third? Like, why are you doing this?
I'm like, it's a problem, bro. It's
Like,
genuinely a
he
problem.
wouldn't show you off, but he would show off his sides. He wouldn't treat you right. He lives with you rent free. He doesn't respect you, and you're still just sitting here dealing with it just to say, "Oh, but I have a man. Do you have a man?"
I'm like, bro, I might not have one, bro, but at least I'm happy. I'm like,
Like, I don't have all the extra stress. I don't have a parasite. Yes, I'm happy. I don't have a parasite attached to me.
I can live my life without like stressing over this, bro. Can you? I'm like, why? Like, why does every time your mans go out, bro? Every time your girl go out, you have to worry about them cheating on you. I don't have to worry about that.
And why do you always stay? Like, come on now. Can you be
I'm
alone?
like,
You can.
I
I can.
like, I value my alone time. You don't, obviously.
Do
I'm
you
like,
love yourself? I love myself. Like,
I'm proud of who I am. Are you? Can you say that? No, no, you can't.
and that's the healing. That's where the healing comes in. That like I said, like for me to actually break out from that, I literally just had to. I had to spend a year just going into the deepest parts of my mind and my soul, parts that I did not want to come to light, and I still had to just go do the emotional labor. That's the problem, and nobody wants to do the work to be better. They just
I'm
say, "Oh,
like,
well, I was just dealt a bad hand of cards." And that's true to an extent, but it
bro,
gets to a point like
I personally believe,
just
dude. Like, I personally believe that yes, everybody can be dealt different hands, but everybody at least has one of the same cards in their deck, bro. Everyone has the opportunity to become something, bro. You do. You just need to be able to put in the effort for it. And a lot of people don't want
exactly.
to.
Like two people can both be born homeless and they just be born like on a bridge. But
And one
if one
person,
of those two is gonna go through the change and work to be better, then they're going to grow up and they're gonna be successful. And then that other person who's just still on the bridge, having made a whole new family, and now that kid is just sitting on the bridge, they're gonna be just envy them because they're like, oh, that's not fair. They just got so lucky. They didn't get lucky. They worked for their position.
like,
And you're just
like,
spreading that traditional trauma. And that's a whole nother topic. Like,
and like, and it's genuinely such a shame, bro. It really is. I'm
It's
like,
like I always feel bad for the kids because it's like you didn't ask for this. Your parents are just selfish in
I'm like,
every way. They just love to sit and blame other people, but they don't want to look in the
oh.
mirror and say, maybe I'm the problem. Maybe I'm the issue here.
And then you have people who encourage that. Like, they see that these people are bad, and then they be encouraging their actions, bro. And then when they leave those people high and dry, they're wondering, oh, why did this happen? Because this person never cared for you in the first place. They didn't. They really didn't. You were nothing to them, but just something they can play with for a while.
And that's what a parasite does. Once it takes all the nutrients and you have nothing, they have no reason to stay. So they go on and do it to the next person. But they're going to keep doing it as long as there is somebody out there gullible enough to
Like,
let them do it with no consequences.
and I'm like, it's genuinely terrible, bro. It really is terrible. Like, I'm not gonna act like it's not. You know,
Like I
like
said,
it's
pity
genuinely
only goes
heartbreaking.
so far. Like you can feel bad for somebody, but you can't change their life for them. Like you can give
I'm
them
like, no, you
advice,
can't. I'm like, but
but
you can't help. You can't physically force them to do anything. You know.
and that's where accountability comes in. Like with me, I had people telling me like, "Oh, he's doing this, that, and the third to you. Why don't you leave?" I'm like, but he's not usually like this. You know, I have hope. I believe he can be better. Did he ever get better? Of course
No.
not. He got worse. Why? Because there was no consequences. He knew he could, and he just doubled down without
Like
consequences. People
the
just
main
do
problem.
more and more.
I'm like the main problem, dude. That we get there. Like the moment you start saying "but," is when we start getting the problem. The moment like you try to excuse somebody else's actions, we immediately start getting a problem. Like, oh, he never
Exactly
gets
what.
this angry, or no, she never cheats. She was just upset at me, or and just literally anything. And like those two examples,
Like you can't
we officially have a problem.
excuse bad behavior like, "Oh, he's just angry." Okay, but you can't excuse him like let's say he gets mad at you and he hits you. You can't excuse that because he needs to learn how to control his emotions. That is a grown man. We're not talking about a child. We're talking about a grown man.
I'm like, and it's genuinely a mental illness, bro. I'm like, there's actually something wrong with them.
Exactly. I feel like you just need to be in an
Oh, hold
asylum.
on.
And that
Oh,
sounds
one second.
harsh, but it's just like you need to be like forced to just sit with yourself so you can figure this out because if not it can dead like kill you. If the stress don't kill you, then the person will kill you. And then is he going to care? No,
No,
because he got
no, he
what he
won't.
needed. He does not need you anymore.
I'm like he got something. He got something fun out of you. Like you were a simple ride for him, and hey, you didn't want to do anything about it. So
Whole
what a
time
ride
you
it
wasn't
was,
even a
man.
good ride. You was a Honda Civic. You done broke down. Like
I'm like he was already thinking about replacing you, bro.
thinking about it, he already had four other cars lined up. He was over here doing other. He was doing four more test drives. He already had
I'm
eight
like,
other cars. While
and
you just a little
I'm like,
Honda
I can
Civic.
promise you, bro, he was not thinking about you once, bro. Not once.
And then like I hate like when stuff like that happen. The first thing the women is blame the other woman. Like I understand like to an extent. It's like as a woman, you know, you should like understand how it is. But it gets to a point. Like as a man, he owes you more loyalty than that random woman ever did. Like if anything, that woman giving you like loyalty, it's a courtesy. She's not even doing it for you. She's doing it because of how she sees herself, because she values herself. But jumping on the
Like,
woman when it is your boyfriend or your husband, your fiance doing it, it always baffles me because you're gonna do all of this and fight her, but you're still gonna go back, be happy. Oh, I love you, baby. Don't you're never gonna do this to me again. We're gonna get married. Then they go have a kid. Now you're a single mother wondering, oh my God, what happened? This was never supposed to be like this. You
Like this
chose
was
it to
not
be
in the
this way.
cards.
You literally manifested this for yourself.
I'm like, and like again, bro, this goes back to the whole thing, bro. Yeah, you can pity these people, but like people don't want to change, bro.
Exactly. Like when I was going through that, I just had to stop telling people because they was getting tired. It was like, okay, I keep telling you what to do. You not listening, and you keep going back and you keep coming back crying about the same
Dude,
things.
as
Now
someone,
you're
dude,
irritated.
who's
I'm
always on that
irritated.
side, bro, of always having to tell people that, because I'm literally the one always on that side. Alright, bro, trying to tell people that, bro, and it's like it gets frustrating, bro, because you care about your friend, bro, and you hate to see them going through this, but then they keep going through this cycle, bro,
And it
and
gets
it,
to a point where like you just a lot of people like gotta let you go because it gets to a point like now you're interrupting their peace of mind.
I'm
Like
like,
they're not even in the relationship, but seeing you
and
go
they're
through this and
stressed out,
constantly talking about it, they're stressed out and they're not even in the relationship. And now
and it's
you're
like,
even more hurt because like, oh my God, I'm going through all of this and she just left me. No, you're just over here just putting her through the works and through the motions because she keep trying to help you and you're just choosing not to listen.
and it's tragic, bro.
It's just such a sad phenomenon, but it's just like that's why it's loving yourself is so important. And that's another reason why like parents are so important because that's not something that a lot of people can just learn how to do on their like by themselves. They literally need the guidance. Like they need to be told every day, okay, you don't deserve to be treated like this. And anybody ever treats you like this, then they don't deserve you. Leave them like immediately. A
I'm
lot
like,
of people, especially kids, they're impressionable. So if they just see
and
you
it's like,
going through it, then they're gonna go through it, and it you created generational trauma. Now everybody gotta suffer.
and like, and then, bro, and it'd be like parents don't want to talk about that stuff with their kids, bro. I'm like, y'all don't want to, and I'm like, why? You don't want your kid to be happy? Is that what's happening here?
You want your kids to grow up to be like you. You see how miserable you are. Why would you want your child to be miserable?
It's like, did like genuinely, bro? Why is this what you want for your kid? You as a parent, you want this? Why did
Like
you
you
have a
should
kid?
always strive like to be better, like your kids to be better than you. Like even like if you're like Rihanna, Rihanna should strive to have her kid be like bigger and better than her.
I agree,
Like
bro.
you should
I'm
never
like,
just sit and be like, okay, you're gonna be on the same level as me, or you're gonna be worse than me,
oh,
so I can
bro, do
still
you see
feel
the people?
superior.
Oh my God, the parents who are jealous of it's just so bad, bro.
And it's horrible because it's usually always like the boy moms, like they despise their daughters, but they treat their sons like they're their husbands, like they're
And it's
married to their
weird.
sons,
And it's
and it's
weird.
so normalized. But I don't
And like,
understand it.
and it's usually because oh the husband left, the dad's not in the life, so the man is blah blah blah. I'm like, you need to cope better, bro. Why are you treat
But at
like
the
first
end of
of
the day,
all,
like he's not the
it's
man in the house; he's
giving.
the boy of the house.
I'm like,
He
first of
he is
all,
still
it's
a
giving
child. He's a
borderline
young
pedophile,
boy.
bro. I'm like, it's giving borderline pedophile, dude. I'm like, yeah, you're not doing anything with him, but the way you're acting with him, bro, like he's like genuinely someone you should be married to, bro. That's weird.
But they're not gonna check them about it because oh, she's just going through a lot. She lost her husband.
For
But
18 plus years, bro. She's been going through this for
it's just
18 plus
like
years. Come on,
it
come
gets
on,
to
bro.
a point.
Like, be so for real. Like, at some point, you gotta
But
stop
people
making
aren't
excuses.
gonna see it like that. They're gonna say, "Oh, well, it's a woman." I feel like people don't give women enough credit. Like they think women are just so insecure, so like they just think they're so fragile. They're not fragile. A lot of times women are stronger than the men out here. But it's
This
just
is true.
like they just use that to justify it. And again, with no consequences, they get worse. So now women play into that role of the oh, my husband left. It's just me and my son. He's the only man who stayed in my life. Have you ever thought about why your son is the
Like,
only man who stayed in your life? Have you ever thought
I'm
about
like, I'm
that?
like, bro, it really be that be getting people, bro. Like, you ever think about why this is happening?
Like,
And they're
let's
like,
talk about it, Becky. If four husbands divorced you all in the first year of marriage, what do
there's a
you
reason, bro.
do?
I'm like,
Like
I'm
the
like,
first
I'm like,
time,
at some
okay.
like, hey, I'm at
The
some
second
point,
time,
it gets
coincidence.
suspicious, bro. At some point,
Like
it gets suspicious, bro.
the third and the fourth time, Becky, what are
I'm
you
like, it's
doing
you, bro.
here?
It's gotta be you. It's gotta be you. Oh, I've had 5 different husbands in the last 5 years. What?
Why do you have five different husbands? Why didn't you just have one husband?
I'm like,
But
what
like I said, some
happened to
people
these
have
first
bad
four?
luck.
All right,
Okay.
okay.
Second
Got a second
time,
one. Okay, what
coincidental.
happened? Okay,
Okay.
third one.
Third,
We're
fourth,
already look.
fifth. Why are we on number five in 5 years?
I'm
Why
like,
are you
in
still getting
5 years.
married?
I'm like,
Why are we still getting married, Becky?
and again, this goes back to the whole people just can't be alone thing, right? These people can't be alone, and since they can't be alone, they can't function, and without some significant other, and then they start acting batshit crazy, and guess what? That person leaves them,
Then
or
they go start
because
the
they're so
cycle
desperate,
again.
they decide to date some shitty person and get married to that shitty person, and then guess what? That shitty person leaves, and guess we're back. We're back at square one.
Now we feel worse. Now you're just so depressed, and now you gotta go find a rebound. You get married to that rebound, and then every time it happens, it just gets worse. Like it just gets square. It gets cubed. Like it just multiplies every time it happens.
Yeah, like
But there will still be
um,
people like, oh no, she's just a girl trying to make it out here. No, she's dumb. Put it frankly,
I'm like,
she
she's just
lacks
dumb, bro.
accountability.
And hey, that's her problem, bro. This genuinely her skill issue. And I'm not gonna act like, and I'm not gonna like sit here and act like that something like you can't choose to do, bro. You can choose to stop marrying these bums, bro. Bro, you know like the song "No Scrubs" by TLC. Stop, bro.
Yep.
Stop hanging with these scrubs, bro. All right.
But it just you just
You know
gotta
what?
be hurt enough times, like.
I was like,
But some
I've people.
people they just can't do it. They gonna get
I'm like,
hurt until they
you can
die.
be hurt over and over and over and over, and you just sit there looking like, oh, what did this happen?
They're going to get hurt until they die, and at that point, that's natural selection. I swear it is. That's why you need to take a test to figure out if you're gonna be a parent. Because if you do all of this and you go and spread those genes, now your child gonna go through this, and then they gonna go spread their genes, and now let's say they have 3, 4 kids. They have kids. Now you didn't multiply and have made a whole family tree off of nothing but insecurities and just horrible, like horrible everything.
And it's
There
just
is no good. There's no pro about any of that.
like there is none, bro. And then, hey, you make it, bro, but you still treat your kid like, bro. Oh, it's like no, it'd be the parents, bro, that be so focused on their own relationship that they just neglect their kid. Like I don't, bro. Did you see that one mom that and like she killed her kid because her daughter walked in on her having sex.
And that's how it be. Like there's
Like what
some
the fuck?
kids. I'm ready to see so many things where like the mom would kick out the daughter and like disown the daughter because she got raped by her husband. And what her justification was, oh well, I walked in and she was sleeping with my husband, and now she's trying to play it off because she knows what she was doing was wrong. Like, and the kid was like 14, 15.
I'm like, they can't consent, bro. They can't consent. What do you mean she's trying to get? She's 14. She can't consent.
Like, what do you mean she's 14 and she's trying to seduce your husband? Hello, your husband is a grown man. I
I'm
feel like
like,
we're ignoring the obvious problem here. And we're just, like I said, they always go for the women. Even if it's their daughter, they always go for the women and never for the man, even if he is truly in the wrong. Like I can't imagine like my daughter comes up to me and say my boyfriend raped her and I kick her out because why would you sleep with
I'm
my
like,
boyfriend in the first place? Oh, you was
no,
such
bro.
this,
I'm
that, and
calling
the
the
third.
cops.
Like
What?
Bro, he is out of that house. You might not even make it out the house. He's leaving in a body bag.
Cause what's
But
wrong
people
with
would just hear that and say, why would you sleep with my husband? Why are you seducing my husband? Hello?
you? Like what? That's what you're hearing about this?
After everything I said as a mother,
Like as a mother, bro, you're hearing that, bro? What the fuck is wrong with you?
they're sick in the head.
I'm like, and I wish I could say this is just a thing, bro. But why do mothers hate daughters so much? I'm like, I don't get this
Because they're
philosophy.
competition. They see them as competition.
Competition for who, bro?
Any woman in their life is competition.
How
Competition
insecure do
for
you have to
male
be, bro?
attention. Very.
I'm like,
That's the most of these women have no sense of security, no sense of self, and that's the problem that they like. And that's like a symptom. That's like if you, let's say, I don't want to do nothing too extreme. Let's say you're anemic, right? And your symptom is you just get lightheaded all the time. You can't stand. You always cold. That's a symptom to the underlying problem. And instead of doing that, you just do things to solve the symptoms, but not the underlying problem. And then you're confused on why the symptoms aren't going away because you're still not dealing with the core issue.
I'm like, you're dancing around the problem, bro.
You're just
And
being
like,
objectively blind.
and it's even worse when they recognize the problem, they just choose not to deal with it. And it's just like, you're literally actively choosing to be a terrible person.
You're actively choosing to make your daughter hate you for life and to give her trauma.
Like, what are we doing, bro? What are we doing?
That's just such a baffling everything.
I just can't even fathom having a child and then treating them terribly.
It's a mental illness. Like I said,
And like,
if you cannot be alone with yourself, that is a mental illness. And a lot of people will hear that and just try to justify it. It's reasons like this, like that is the underlying issue, and all of these are symptoms of that illness. Just because you don't see the symptoms right now does not mean that they're not there, and does not mean that they will not develop, and they will develop into the worst ways. But people don't want to hear that. They just want somebody to blame other than themselves so they can always feel like they're the victim. They have a victim complex.
and like this reminds me of like the whole like teaching problem, bro. Like circling back to kids being like absolute failures. So someone once said like they're like giving your kid an iPad so early on is you not wanting to have a kid. Because you don't want to spend time with your kid. You don't want to take care of them. So you actively give them a device that is made to keep them occupied and distract them. And then
Or
guess
I
what?
don't know, but that's
Then
like a
like
slippery slope though.
see no, because then we get to the problem where it's like I can understand, bro. Like hey, like when I can't play with you at the moment because I'm at work or something, you can have this.
Yeah.
But then we get into the situation, right, where you also give them complete internet access.
Having like complete internet access as a child was one of the things that truly messed me up growing up. Like
Preach,
that
bro.
gave me most of the problems that I ever had in my life.
Like
And those
you are
problems just
spitting, bro.
cooked for years, and it took me until I actually like had to sit and deal with them 12 years later just from like having internet access.
I'm like all the things, bro, that I got exposed to because I was given that stuff, bro, and it's like it's a problem, bro.
Yeah, but it's like a lot of
I'm
times
like
like sometimes it's not the parents' fault. Like you really can't just sit and babysit your child like all
I'm
day
like
with
I
an iPad.
understand this, right?
But there's
But
precautions
you
that could
I'm
be
like
took. Like there's so
like
many precautions.
I'm like
And that's
we
where
live
like
in
you
a
can
world of
limit
parental controls. You can talk to
limiting
your
your
child.
screen time, just go outside.
Like
Like go
talk to your child
take them
about
to
the dangers of the
daycare.
internet, bro. Like,
get them used to all of the what's it called? All of the consequences it could have.
I'm
Like
like,
use a
there's this parent.
cautionary tale.
I'm like, there's this parent, bro, who's like, she said she wouldn't. She like one of the things she will never allow her children to do is play Roblox. And I'm
And that's
like,
a great thing.
that's great. I'm like, that's not a bad at all thing at all. No, don't let your kid
Exactly.
play
Like
that game.
until they're in like middle school, not even middle school, until they're like in high school where they actually know the dangers and like know what to do, what not to do. No, like my
I'm like,
kids, if I ever have kids, they're getting a Nokia, they're getting a BlackBerry,
oh my
because
god,
all you
no,
need to
no,
do
hold
is
up.
just call me and
I've
go
been
home.
saying this for years, bro. I've been saying this for years. You're not getting a cell phone with me, bro. I'm sorry, you're not. All you need to do is be able to call me, the police, and any other emergency person. And bro,
Call,
you
just know my number 911 and whoever, and like close
like
relatives, your auntie, your
like
uncle, like that's
bro,
all
if
you
I'm
need.
like, bro, if I'm married, bro, yo mother, bro, that's like, call this person. And bro, if I'm not available, you don't need a cell phone. Like, why
Like
are
these
you?
are
You don't need an
prime, like
iPad, bro. You don't need these, bro.
these are literally prime socialization years, and you're just instantly starting off with your socialization skills. They're fried. They're so
You are,
fried.
bro. They're gone.
They didn't even get a chance to form. So what little socialization skills you had, they automatically got took away. You just started life. That's like spawning into a game. You on level 1, you do something. Now you negative level 12. Excuse me?
Literally, bro. Like, you start off level 1, bro, and you start going backwards. What?
Like, how does that even make sense?
It doesn't.
And it's like
Like you
once you
start like,
say it like that, people understand it, but like they don't understand it like when it actually comes to an actual person, like you're raising an actual person. Like with my niece, I'm always she's about to be 3, and I'm always just like sitting so surprised, like, oh my god, this is an actual person. And mind you,
I'm like,
she talks she literally talks like an adult. Like she makes perfect sentences, perfect correlations. She's learning Spanish. She knows how to socialize. She knows like not to hit people. She knows all the basic fundamentals. And she's like literally she knows more than 4 or 5 year olds. And she's not even 3 yet. Because my sister just sits down and she's an active parent. And a lot of people just can't do that. And one of the reasons is because they don't want to be parents. They just want the parent title. But you
I'm like,
can't do
they want the
one without the
appearance, dude.
other.
I'm like,
They want the
you can't.
praise from it.
I was like, and then, bro, it be the parents that purposely be putting, like, it's real fucked up. Like, the parents that be putting their children in terrible situations so they can tell, like, the media that.
Oh,
Like,
we
they be
need
telling people,
money. My kids, they over here eating rat food. And why are they
well,
eating rat food? What are you
I'm like,
doing?
why
What
are
are
you
you?
letting
What did
them do
you
that?
do to get them in this situation? Why are you telling us? Go apply for some applications. Pizza Hut.
I'm like, bro, McDonald's is hiring right down the road, bro.
Oh,
But
bro,
I'm
you
too
don't want a job. You don't want an
good for
actual
it.
job. DoorDash. Literally, go DoorDash. Go Instacart. You got a
I'm like,
car. You got a phone. You
I
can
like,
have a car.
I'm like, exactly, bro. You have a phone, bro, and like you be seeing they got their nails done on this. I'm like, your kid's eating rat food, bro, and your nails are done. Make this make
Like,
sense?
bro, why is somebody's pet parrot getting treated better than your human child?
Like, this is starting to make no sense, bro. It's making no sense.
But they don't understand that until you put it in like extremes like this. But let it be like you just compare it like with actual kids. And I'm like, oh well, she's probably just struggling. You can struggle, but there is no reason your child is 7 years old and she has been struggling all seven
And
years.
like, why is your
There's no
child
reason
7 years
she's
old and
7.
illiterate?
Why is she 7 years old and she only weighs 22 pounds?
I'm like, she weighs 22 pounds. She can't read. She can't even go to the bathroom by herself. Why? Like,
What
she
are you
can't speak.
not doing? What are you doing? Because we can already see what you're not doing. What are you actually doing
I'm
to
like,
call yourself a parent? And I feel like we
I'm
we should
like,
be able to strip parental titles. Because if you don't
I'm like,
do nothing, like you
I'm like,
don't
the thing
deserve
is
to
about
be a
that,
part of
like, the problem
parent.
with that is that we can, bro, but they be literally waiting until the last moment, bro. I'm like you be hearing stories like, oh, this poor kid died because like, you know, oh, their parents weren't doing anything for them, bro. And it's like, why wasn't that happening, bro? And you see, CPS checked up on them like they did. So what happened? They didn't have enough evidence.
CPS
And then you
checked.
look at
Oh,
the
I
evidence.
just got them a pack of pencils. I used my last few dollars to get them this pack of pencils so
I'm
they could
like,
start school. All the last dollars you had, you got your wig installed. Why couldn't they get a pack
I'm
of
like,
pencils then?
I'm like, oh, you use this, bro? Oh, and it'd be like, yeah, bro. We had no evidence to arrest her, and it literally be some stuff like, and it actually just be stuff along the lines of like, their room are messy, full of trash, bro. Bro, they can't talk, bro. They can't read, bro. They're actually like barely functional, bro.
Like they have the skills of a I can't even say a 2-year-old because, like I said, my niece is 2. They have the skills of a newborn.
I'm like why? They know there's no reason for them to have this, bro. And like, I guess I get
But
no
it's
one
literally
thing
from
like
social
so
media.
people like hoarders. People like you ever see those that like short show about hoarders, bro? And like you have their kids like
Yeah.
cleaning out their like their parents' house trying to get them better, and it's just like, why are you trying to like? And it's like they grew up like this, they live like this, bro. And I'm like, you lived like this? This is how you were living? And nobody checked on you? Where's your family at? Where are all these people at that could be helping you?
Not
Why
even
aren't
just
they
your family.
helping you?
Where is all the responsible adult? Like, do you not have a responsible adult
I'm like,
anywhere in your life?
I'm like, your parent, your mom or your dad is a
Go
hoarder,
to your
bro.
counselor. Call somebody. Like, call
And I'm like,
CPS. And
I'm
that's
like,
the
y'all
sad
don't.
part about it, because like
And it's
as a
like, yo,
child, that shouldn't be
they.
what you need to. Like, you
I'm like,
shouldn't be over here trying to figure out how you can like get away from your situation because your parent does not want to be a parent.
and it's like they be actually going to school like this, bro. And this is the one time I can like put the fault on like schools, bro. Y'all be seeing these kids like this, bro, and y'all don't help, bro. I'm like this kid's coming in, bro, stinks really bad, always dirty, struggling to stay awake in class, doing that, bro.
And then they just
Like
get
failing.
kicked out because why are you sleeping? You must not really want to be here. Okay, well, you can leave. Now they
I'm
just got
like,
kicked out of class. Now they gonna get in trouble. Like, they
I'm
gotta
like,
deal with everything, and they gotta get in trouble at home.
ooh, bro. And then it's like the older sibling syndrome, bro. Oh, like the parents who like let their older children like parent their kids, bro.
And it's
Why is
horrible because it's like,
like
why they did not have that
why?
child. You literally birthed both of them, and now you're making them raise each other. You're
I'm like
you're that child lived not that much longer, and now they
I'm
have to be a parent.
like that kid is what has only been alive for what, bro? Maybe a year older than that one. Why is he? Why?
Like, why is your 15-year-old son raising your 14-year-old daughter as the mother? That doesn't even add up.
I'm like, it really don't, bro. It literally makes no sense, bro.
But no, people are still like gonna go against like, oh, well, you still shouldn't get abortions because, we need to raise the population. Why raise the
Do we
population if
need
the
to raise the
population ain't
population?
doing nothing? You're just raising a population of illiterate imbeciles. Swear
I'm
to
like,
God. Why do you want that to be a
literally,
problem? But then that's what they
people who
want. Because
like
then
can't, like, hey, bro, they'll do anything, bro. They'll do anything, bro. And they won't have the
they
common
don't
knowledge to
know
stick up
no
for themselves.
better. They do not know any better, and that's what they want. Because then everybody in the legislative branch, they gonna do everything. Because in North Carolina, they tried to pass a law. They proposed a bill to where if a woman gets an IUD or if she gets an abortion, then she could legally, like, her husband or boyfriend can kill her. And people are just
What?
looking at it like, oh, well, that's not gonna get passed. So why does it matter? The fact that it was
The
proposed in
fact
the
that like,
first
it was thought
place,
up, and like,
like, they actively thought about this, wrote it down, and sent it to Congress. And it was like, yeah, this is a great law. We need to
I'm
make
like,
this immediately.
I
Put it
don't
on the
want to
bill. Put it on the bill. Send it down the
I don't want to
street. Like,
get too political here. Like, I don't want to get too political because then this goes back to the whole other thing that we've banned from talking about. Which, for future reference, we've banned talking about religion. that's just not something we're gonna go near. Because we like living, you know.
100%,
We like
100%.
breathing. We like being alive.
I love complaining.
I'm like
I can't
I
complain if I'm
like doing a
dead.
lot, bro. Exactly. So religion is not a topic we will be discussing. It will not be. But no, back to the thing. Like, yeah, bro, it's a problem, bro. I'm like trying to figure out how to say this without like bringing up. Okay, I'm gonna leave like this. This is like I'm gonna leave in the government. These are the people that you guys elect, bro. And people should have to take an IQ test before. That's all I'm gonna say.
And they elect them because they know no better. They're going based off of, oh, well, you should elect this person because I said so. And they're like, oh, okay, well, that's good enough. Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's get this person in office. Why? Because they don't know any better. And that's what they want. That's how oligarchs are literally made, by
It's
literally
like,
being smarter than the general population, because the general population is stupid.
and it's like, and they don't do anything about this stupidness, bro.
Because it benefits them. Why would they change it to where they could, like, why would they change it so the world could be smarter, if that means that, oh well, if y'all are smart, then that means I can't just do what I want and just make all the money that I can. So then they're not benefiting from it. So why would they benefit from having y'all be literate and educated?
Like, it's a problem, bro. It really is.
And people will hear that and they just gonna still like do nothing about it.
Yeah.
They're still gonna say, well, I trust this person. You know, I don't know any better. So I'm gonna let this person make the decisions for me. And I don't know if it's just me, but that sounds stupid. It's making my
It
head hurt.
sounds
Like, that just sounds
it is.
idiotic.
Like, sounds it isn't. I'm like we haven't raised people to be able to think for themselves, bro. That is a problem.
Exactly. So then if we don't raise them, the government will raise them how they deem fit. And we already see how they deem fit.
All right.
Like, they're
I
trying to
want to talk about.
huh?
Because I didn't get to say what I wanted about the whole like parents not looking at their teachers thing. Like parents
Hmm.
not checking up with their students' grades. Because again, this goes back to our whole why are our kids illiterate and like how no the whole not like I'm gonna actually put something on schools for once. Not allowing students to be held back.
Not allowing them
Why
to be
are we
what?
passing? A lot of schools aren't allowing students to be held back.
Because they're trying to
Like,
get them out of the schools as fast as possible.
and it's like, why? Like, why? You're telling me because, bro, this is something I've experienced, bro. I'm like, this is something I've personally experienced, bro. Like,
Hmm.
why am I working hard, bro, every day, bro, every day, right? To be
Hmm.
like, get my grades up, bro, so I can graduate, do this, and this absolute chud of a nobody, bro, who genuinely does nothing, bro, shows up to class once a week, bro, if even, bro, if even, and why is he graduating?
I know. Like, when in 2020, when COVID hit, this isn't good. Like, I'm not like promoting this, like bragging about it, but I passed with a grade of a 4 in one of my classes,
Oh,
and I still passed and moved on. Like, it's like I didn't
like,
even try because there was no penalty for me to not try,
dude, when
because
they
I
said that
didn't
they were
try and I
passing
still
everybody, bro,
passed.
oh,
Exactly.
nobody cared, bro. I'm like, why would you care?
And they just never stop. Like, once they figured out, oh, okay, so that means y'all can get out of school quicker, let's go ahead and do that. Let's make y'all society's problem. And it's like, that's why, like, I love like some of my teachers, like, who actually just sit down and just like tell, like, they actually, I love a teacher that wants to be a teacher, because then they
Oh
actually
my
teach you
god,
things that
yes,
you need
bro.
to know.
I'm
That's
like,
the
this
class that
can.
I've had a 99 in, because he actually wanted to be there to teach the kids. And a
I'm
lot of
like,
the kids in there, they was just like, man, I don't want to be here. But I'm like, he's literally giving y'all things that y'all would usually pay for in the real world for free. And y'all
bro,
are just
that's
sitting here
literally
just not
my
wanting
marketing
it.
teacher, dude. My marketing teacher, like, I've only had him for this year, bro. because he's been on here for 2 years. But I've had him this year, and he has quickly shot to my favorite teacher because he wants to teach, dude. He tells you things that schools won't tell you, bro. Like he was literally teaching students how to invest in stocks. That's not even part of his job. He doesn't have to do that.
Exactly. He's just doing that so the kids can have a better chance at succeeding in life. Like a lot of teachers, they're just coming for the paycheck and then they're complaining about the paycheck. But like,
but you don't do your work.
If you don't do the work to get that check, like I understand, like if you're just genuinely just doing the work and you're not getting paid enough for the work that you do. But if you're just not doing the work and then you're complaining about how little of a check you get, what do you expect? You get paid for what you do. If you don't do anything, get paid the bare minimum.
I'm like, don't expect to make money, bro, because you're not. Don't expect to make money for doing nothing, bro.
It is. I feel so bad for them because like they're like, why don't we have the ones who do care? They get paid like pennies. Literally, they be penny pinching, and that's another reason why like teachers don't care because they don't get paid a good like livable wage to actually care about the kids.
Why there's a teacher shortage, bro? Because why would you want to be a teacher? Like, let's be real here, bro.
You gotta deal with bad kids.
You gotta deal with bad kids. You don't get paid, bro. Your bosses don't ever listen to anything you say, bro. Why would you want to be a teacher? You're just
talking, and it's not even going in one ear and going out the other. It's not going in the ear at all.
It's just bouncing off their head, bro.
You're wasting time. You're literally wasting time.
I'm like, you're not getting paid well enough. You're literally like you exist for no reason, and bro, why are you here, bro? Why am I here? Why am I wasting my breath trying to teach these kids, bro, who don't give two flying fucks about what I'm saying? Like, they don't give a shit.
Exactly.
Like, and I'm wasting my time.
It's so sad, bro. But at the end of the day, it's like you can't get a child to like listen. They have to actively want to learn. Like
I'm like, and
when I didn't know how to do math, I used to spend my summers just learning my multiplication tables. I would just write down random numbers and try to multiply it, and then I would just sit down and do that for hours until I understood it. A normal person, like a normal child, especially like the nowadays, age, bro, they're not gonna do that. They're going on ChatGPT. They're like, oh, they need encouragement, I got AI for that. Why do I need to learn it?
I'm like, they need encouragement, bro. And like, to get like a person's there for my own life, it's just a bad teacher. My chemistry teacher, dude. So I love science. Science is one of the things I love. But I can't do fucking chemistry at all. Because she was a bad teacher. And like, I could barely tell if she wanted to even teach or not, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, the worst part is, bro, my class was bad too. So like, that was already bad enough. Like, my class was moving in bad, so she was like barely teaching. Like, she would teach in a way like you be hearing people be like, "Oh, but how do you do that?" But like, you don't realize how terrible that is when like it's actually happening. Like, why am I asking my chemistry teacher how to do some of the hardest things that I've ever had to do? It's like, well, I don't know. How do you do that?
When I said I passed my class with a 2, she was my teacher 2 years in a row, and that's exactly how it was the first year. And we was learning about like pi and stuff like that. So we was learning some real hard math in 6th grade, and she would just show us like she would just put on what's it called, Tim and Moby, and expect us to understand. I would just be sitting there so confused. And so I would go to my mom for help, and she didn't even know like what they were talking about because nobody understood it. And my teacher was just like, "Oh well, why don't you understand this? This is so easy to understand. You're a teacher. You went to school for this. I'm a
so I've actually recently talked to my mom about it. Teachers no longer go up to the board and teach. That's not what they do. I'm like, a good teacher will go up to the board and teach. That's what a good teacher will do. But most teachers don't do that, bro. Here's an assignment online. Read this and do it. What? You're not going, nope, like, bro. It's all right there.
And that's just reinforcing iPad kids, because now why to do school? Why do I have to look at somebody teach off of YouTube when I have an in-person teacher? At this point, why am I waking up to go to school? I just need to wake up and open my laptop.
I'm saying, bro.
This will save this for everybody.
I'm like, literally rinse and repeat, bro. I don't need to go here, bro. My teacher's not gonna tell me anything new.
My teacher is just gonna bash me because, like, why can't you do this? Why can't you teach me? What are you talking about?
I'm like,
So now I gotta feel bad because I'm not getting taught anything.
and it's like, it's not my fault, bro. I can't do anything here, bro. Oh, I'm
This
like,
is why I
I'm working
came
with.
here. This is why you. This is the reason
I'm
you're
like,
here to
I'm
teach
like,
me.
you went to school all these years, bro, to be useless, bro. Come on, make that make sense. How you actually gonna waste all of that money, bro, to come here, bro, to be useless, to be to do absolutely nothing?
Like, bro. At this point, there are so many occupations out there. I'm pretty sure you could have found a job that you wanted to do.
I'm
Like
like,
now, everybody's suffering. You're suffering because you don't want to be here. I'm suffering because I'm
I'm
taking your
suffering. I'm
class
like,
and I'm failing because you don't want to teach us because you don't want to be here.
and like, bro, you're lucky they don't hold back students because I would be cooked. Like, I would genuinely be
Exactly.
fried.
I would be 18 in the 18 in the 7th grade. Like, what are you talking
And
about?
I was like, people are like, oh, it's your fault. No, it's not, bro. People don't understand, bro. Oh, it is a two-way effort, bro. Like, what I'm putting in the
Yeah.
effort, right? I'm putting in the effort, but no one else is putting on the effort with me, bro. Like,
Like if
people need
it's
to
just like
understand
one or
that
two
most things,
people.
bro, are like a two-way streak, bro. You don't get something for nothing.
Yeah, if it's just one or two people that just don't pay attention and they fail, okay.
That's on them,
But
bro.
why is your whole class failing? Why is your whole class
Like,
got an average of a D minus?
I'm like, that. See, then it gets suspicious, bro. Cause why?
I
Like,
refuse
what
to
are you
believe that
doing?
30 students have a D minus in your class and they all just happen to not be paying attention.
And then, like, you look at the rest of their grades, bro. You look at the rest of their grades. Why are like most of them doing good, bro? They all
They got
passing the rest of their
A's,
classes.
B. The lowest they got
C,
is a C minus.
and like
Maybe not
then
a
they're
C
just
minus. The
failing,
lowest they got is a B minus, but they have a
and they
D in your
failing your class,
class.
bro. I'm like, why?
All of them.
That makes no sense.
When do we start like taking accountability?
Like, when?
That's
You
the
just
thing.
don't, bro.
It's a full circle moment. Nobody takes accountability.
I'm like, the parents won't take accountability. Either student won't take accountability, and then neither will the teachers, bro. And it's like,
And that leads to kids who grow up not taking accountability because that was all they were taught to be around. You don't even have to actively teach them. If they're around it enough, then they're naturally gonna learn, okay, well, nobody else take accountability, so why should I be the one to do it? Then you're just enforcing the cycle. And then you're getting mad
like,
at like how everything turned out when you were one of the active roles in it.
and it's tragic, bro. It really is tragic. And like,
So at the end of the day,
and
they're
like,
kids.
they are, bro. Like, you ever hear the saying, kids are like sponges? They really are, bro. Kids literally will pick
Exactly.
up everything from people, bro. If they see their parents being lazy, not giving a fuck, bro, they're gonna become lazy, not giving.
Well, if my mom doesn't do it, why should I have to do it?
Exactly. And
And
you
then
have
they're gonna
some
try to
kids, bro.
use like if your friend jump off of a bridge, would you do it? Probably, because you would probably do it.
I'm like,
Like, what are you talking about?
and we come back to this problem where it's like, we come back where it's like, yes, there's some kids who will grow up like that, but then they can snap out of it. Why? Because hey, they got some kind of wake up call. And then they wake up, bro. Then they see all these people they're around, bro. And I'm like, now they're trying to convince them, bro. But they're like, fuck no, bro. Hell no. And like
I
this,
heard a metaphor a while ago that was like, it was saying how like if everybody like if you grew up where everybody just thought driving was crashing your car into a tree, then if you go somewhere where nobody crashed into a tree, you would think they can't drive. But in reality, no, they can drive. Everybody in your town cannot drive.
I'm like,
And that's
and
literally how it is.
it's just like I can't even think of like. It's genuinely just a shame, is what it is, bro. It really is just a shame.
Because at the same
Cause
time, like, you have to be willing to change. Like, for somebody to just, like, realize that they were dealt, like, bad, like horrible role models, they have to go out of their way to be one willing to change and
and
two be willing to let go of the people who refuse to
and like,
change.
you know
And a
what?
lot of people
You
can't
want me
do
to be a
that.
little honest? You want me to be a little honest? You know what
Oh yeah.
community this seems to be happening the most in?
I think I know where
You
this is
gotta say it,
going.
bro.
What
The
community?
black community, bro. I'm like I want to keep this in mind, chat. Both me and Kayla here are black. All right. Okay. I'm not being racist. Okay. I promise you. I promise you. We are both black. Okay. Promise. But the black community, I love the black community, bro. I love us, bro. Bro, in the moments that we stick together, we are strong, we are smart. And then you have niggas.
And the fact that I know like what you saying perfectly from that, I think that's the best
Like,
way to put it.
I'm like, we
Honestly,
have black people and then we have niggas.
you just got the black people that just always just doing something they ain't got no business, and then they
I'm
always
like,
want to put a pity card. Oh, I'm a minority. I got to deal with this, that, and the third. Like,
bro,
okay,
and then
you can
see, and
actively
then they
choose to
like,
change.
then they start playing the black card. I'm like, no, this isn't because you're black. It's because you just
This
actively don't want to escape that stereotype of being black.
you want to
And
use
like,
that as an umbrella instead of like actively changing to ensure that this does it may not completely stop happening, but you can still try your best to prevent it. And to where if it still happens, it's like, well, that's unfortunate. You know, you tried everything you could, but you just still sit and just say, oh well, that's just how it is to be black nowadays. No, that's just how it
no, bro.
is when you just don't
And
want to
like,
change.
this is literally part of what I talk, bro. Oh, I'm like, ghetto fatigue, black fatigue, bro, is literally something so real, and I hate that that's real. Like, have you ever seen those videos of like black people on cruise ships,
I haven't.
bro? Why are they on cruise ships? Hooting and hollering, bro, destroying shit, bro, doing all this, doing all that, bro. I'm like, bro, I forgot the cruise line,
Bro.
bro. But did you hear about the cruise line that just started had to check people because of the shit that they were doing?
No,
Because
and
ghetto
it's
niggas,
like
bro,
every
can't control
time I
themselves,
look
bro.
on Twitter, I just see just like a bunch of old white men just calling black people, especially like the black women, like animals. And it's like, to an extent, it's like, okay, that's just racist. But like the clips that they show, although they're very biased, it's like, why are y'all even
And
doing
like,
it in the
why are
first
y'all? Why are
place?
you acting like this? Cause they be
Why are
acting
y'all
like
acting
it in
like y'all don't have
public
any
too, bro.
home training? That's
I'm
y'all
like,
don't
why
have
are you
home
in
training.
why are you in a store, bro? Raising your voice, talking all crazy, bro. Like, why?
Just
What?
being
Why?
ghetto. Like you could grow up in the hood, but you don't have to be ghetto. That's an act of
And like,
choice.
I'm like, and see, that's why I don't like the term black fatigue. I think the better word for it is ghetto fatigue, cause it it only be niggas that doing it, bro. It actually just only be niggas talking shit like that, bro.
It's so sad because they're still
And I'm
gonna
like,
hear this and they're still gonna think, "Oh, okay, well you must be on their side." Like I'm on the right
I'm like,
side on how you
I'm
should be
like,
better and how you should stop acting like this. Oh well, you just anti-black because that's just how black. That's just black culture. That is not black
no,
culture.
that's
And the
not
fact
black
that y'all
culture,
are
bro.
trying to encourage that as our culture is a
I'm
problem
like,
within itself.
you need to get your card revoked, bro. Like, honestly, you need to get your
Because
card revoked.
why would anybody want that to be your culture?
Like,
That is a horrible
y'all,
culture to
like,
have.
y'all be, like, y'all kill niggas, bro. Y'all kill each other, bro. Y'all loud. Y'all are aggressive, bro. Bro, y'all be threatening. No, y'all, no, y'all actually just be stealing from each other, bro. I'm like, if the white man didn't exist, bro, black people would be their own enemy. Like, they
And
would be
like you
their
said, if
own number
black
one
people
enemy.
like were to come together, they would be unstoppable. They'd be able to stop everything going on. But they can't just get along long enough. They always
I'm
gotta
like,
find some type of problem. And I don't understand why. Why can't we all just be cool?
bro, we are all the same skin color, bro. We all have gone through the racisms. We've all gone through all that.
And you
Why
see
aren't we
like what
going
they
against each
say
other?
about us being racist and you're
I'm like,
actively
and you're actively proving their point.
acting out the stereotypes. Like you
I'm
would think
like,
this
you're
is a
proving their
circus
point.
and this is a script.
I'm like, oh, nigga, all they do is shoot guns, yell, destroy property. And then you have niggas shooting guns, yelling, destroying property. And it's genuinely just like, why though? Tell me why. Tell me why you're doing what you're doing.
And it doesn't make sense, bro. Like, cause you could say the same thing about a white person, but the difference is the white people they gonna always come together for their white people. For the black person, they're
You
never
guys,
coming together.
I'm like,
Now they
you
more
guys have a
mad, and now
problem
they
with
trying
each
to
other.
fight some more.
And I'm like, like, why is your first result for everything violence?
Like, what happened to a nice little conversation? Like, why can't we talk about it? Because
I'm
fighting
like,
ain't gonna do nothing. Like, what happened?
oh,
Like,
this
if you
nigga
win
got in
or
my
lose,
face.
like, if you
This
win,
nigga
does
got in
that
my
mean you were
face.
right? Like, and what if, like, who decides if you win or lose? Like, if you get knocked out, even then, like, if you win or lose a fight, that is literally up for whoever's watching it. I could say you won. The other person like, man, what are you talking about? He lost that fight. Like, what
I'm like,
determines who wins and lose that? It's pointless.
I'm like, what exactly, like, who wins and loses a fight, bro? Oh, the person that is yelling and screaming and punching, bro, or the person trying to resolve it with their words? Who's actually
But then
winning?
they gonna get called all kinds of names and get called scary because they don't want to fight.
I'm
Because there's no reason in fighting. You're literally just wasting energy.
I'm like, do you ever see those people who said, bro, and it'd be like, you see like actual black people saying like, yeah, bro, if I get in this fight at school, bro, I'm not fighting them back. Like, you can call me a bitch, you can call me scary, bro, but nigga,
Yeah.
I will not be risking my entire your like career, bro. Like, I'm a football player, bro. I have literal dreams and aspirations, bro. And you want to risk because some nigga got mad because I said hi to his girl?
I used to always say like my parents and my sister. Now my family always used to like make fun of me because they would like every time like something would happen, I would always like quote the code of conduct. It's like if I were to just if someone want to fight me and I will fight them, what would that prove? Now we're both
Exactly.
suspended. And
I'm
then like, well,
exactly.
at least you may be suspended, but at least you defended yourself. I
I'm
defended
like,
myself, but I still
so
got punished for
I'm like,
it.
I still lost, bro. I still lost.
Like I'm still not going to
Bro,
school, not getting what I go
like,
to school for.
I could have knocked that person out, bro. I could have knocked that dude out, bro. I could have, right? I can win the fight, bro. And I would still get suspended, even though I
Exactly.
wasn't even the
I
aggressor.
could have been the victim, but if I threw the punch, oh well,
Oh,
fighting is wrong. You're going home. You're going to ISS. Like I
and
went
it's
to
like,
ISS for 3 days over an argument in the hallway, and they wanted me to fight somebody. I would have got suspended for 2 weeks. Then they would have
I'm
been
like,
mad like 2 weeks. Then they would have been mad at the school because they would have said that's not fair, and all of that would have been avoided if I just did not fight.
I'm like, all you had to do was just not fight anybody, bro.
Cause it is literally pointless. Like
Like, fighting,
literally
bro, does
fighting as
not
a
bring anything
whole,
else. I'm
nothing.
like, you have
Fighting as
no
a
game,
whole
bro.
is literally pointless. But there's still gonna be people to just like disagree with that. They're gonna be like, oh well, you gotta defend yourself. You gotta stick up like for yourself. Like and you can stick up for yourself. You can defend
Use your
like what you're
words,
talking
bro.
about. Exactly. And that's the only thing that mattered. And if they don't listen to that, then they're just you can't force them to listen. If they don't listen, they don't have to listen. It's like if they
I'm
want
like,
to fight, I don't have to fight.
I literally could just walk away. I could just walk away,
Exactly. I could
and then
get
he gonna
called
be
scary,
screaming
this, that, and the third, but you're not gonna be
like,
able to say like, "Oh, look
I'm
at
like,
you, a black person doing what every black person do." You won't be able to put that stereotype on
I'm
me.
like, exactly. You won't be able to say I'm violent, aggressive, and loud, bro. I walked away.
Exactly. I'm still over here trying to use my words, trying to talk. They're gonna be the aggressor, and I'm not even gonna be mad at that because why are you doing that? Honestly,
Like, it makes no sense, bro. It really doesn't.
and like I said,
Like,
like that
why
is
is
just so normalized in the black community.
and
So
it's
for
like,
it to be so normalized, it is still just as ineffective.
I'm like, it just doesn't work, bro. Like, dude, I remember, bro. My dad said, if I ever lost a fight, right, he would beat me up himself. What?
Bro, my dad told my brother that.
I'm like, you would beat my ass from himself, bro. What? Excuse me?
I already lost one fight. Now I'm about to lose to my father. Now I got trauma.
Why?
Like, come on now.
I'm like, ooh, bro. Black community passed down trauma is something that's not talked about enough, bro. Like parents be telling,
Literally,
yeah, bro.
almost every
If
family
I
has
did the thing
generational.
that you would, like, yeah, but I'm talking about like it goes extra unknown in like the black family. Like why? Like my mama be telling me stories. Man, if I did what it did, bro, my mama would have beat me with the what? Some random, some
My mama
large
would have beat
object.
me with a cord.
Or I'm
That's
like, beat me
abuse.
with the
That's child
switch, bro.
abuse.
I'm
That's
like,
not
that's child abuse.
right.
I'm like, there's discipline, and then leaving permanent marks on your child's body.
Like, okay, I got beat with a switch by my grandma once or twice. I didn't get beat, but I got hit with a switch.
You know,
Dude, I don't have any
and we
scars
ain't
from
talking
it.
Nintendo.
Stop, relax. Like, okay, but
It's
a
like,
switch is a switch. A belt, okay, I did something. I need a
okay,
belt. Okay, I didn't do it
all
again.
right.
But to actually just like be out
Like,
here, like, and
why are you
especially like
beating your
with
child
men,
with your physical hands?
especially with like men and their sons, like
You
men
are
will
straight.
actively just use their son and just use him as a punching bag, just put him on the ground and just beat their chest in. And it's like, sir, that's not
Like,
discipline. That is child
I'm
abuse.
there's a difference between like, well, you're putting your child on the ground, bro. Your child is not fighting back, and you're just beating his heart. Why'd you fail class? Why'd you do that?
And then
I'm like,
once they hit the back, especially like with mothers, like once they hit back, they gonna start telling the whole family, "Oh, why this child put his hands on
I'm
me?"
like,
Then the whole family like, why would he do that? Now you got to
and
go hard next time, like, or
I'm
just
like now you're the like now you're just this villain, bro. You're the villain in everybody's story, bro. Because what, you defended yourself? Because you blocked an attack?
like, oh, hello, you ain't even touch her. You just trying to get her to stop hitting you. And the fact that you got to even do that and you still get painted out to be the bad
It makes no sense, bro.
guy, that's black logic.
I'm like, and it shouldn't be, bro. This should not be the case, bro. Like, this should not be the case.
But for that to change, the majority
Like, for
have to
that to,
selectively like come
I'm like,
together and
y'all have to
accept
realize
that,
what y'all
like,
are doing is wrong, bro. But because it's so ingrained in y'all, bro, like,
it is so sad. Cause I be feeling so bad for the kids. 'Cause at the end of the day, like, they're just kids.
I'm like,
And so like now they gotta get they got this ingrained in their mindset, and they don't have the good role models to just tell them like that's not how it's supposed to be.
and it's
So
like,
now they're gonna teach their kids to be like that, and then like now
I'm like,
it's just gonna spread.
it's literally a cycle, bro. It's a cycle.
A cycle that nobody wants to break. But when somebody do break it, oh yeah, you can't be around her. She
Cause
just be
like,
doing crazy stuff. No,
I'm
she's
like,
just doing things how it's supposed to be done, and she's not
I'm
listening
like,
to all of
black
their
people,
foolishness.
black people would rather call a person soft, bro. Compare like, yeah, bro, my childhood was much rougher than that. And why are you still treating your child that way? You actively
Why do
recognize
you
your
want your
child was
child to
rough.
be rough? You want your
Like
child to
why?
defend himself, but you want your child to be a menace. Defending yourself and being a
Like
menace are not the same.
I'm like, hey, guess what? Now your child, I'm like, bro, you're actively aware that the way that you were treated was terrible, and you treat your child the exact same way. It should be the exact opposite. You should like want your child to not at all be treated the same way you were treated. But you guys are so
Exactly.
lost in it, bro. Because like,
Just
especially like
lost
with
in the wrong
the
kind of
older
sauce.
generation, bro. Literally, bro.
Back
I'm
in
like
my
that, like
day, no
like
matter
the
what, we ain't divorced. We just dealt with our problems. Back in your day, you went
I'm
to
like
war. You got PTSD. You was over there. Your uncle was over there touching on your daughter, and you blamed your daughter for it. All of
and
this was
like
happening back in your generation, the good old days.
and then they be the first people to be calling our generation soft. I'm like, oh, why? Because we realize
Aware
that
of our
hey,
emotions.
I'm like our
We don't
emotions
just
are a
beat our
struggle, bro.
wife.
I'm
My
like we
dinner
don't
is
just get
cold.
upset,
Like,
bro.
come on now. My dinner cold. Now I gotta knock you upside the washer and the dryer. Like,
I'm like
bro, that
what?
was literally that was
100 years
tradition at
ago.
that point. It was on a daily schedule.
I was it was bad, bro. It was really bad. And again, you should never like your child should never have to go through that. Like as a parent, you should want better for your child, not the same thing. Like you said earlier, like exactly like you said earlier, you should want your child to be better than you. So
Exactly.
to have that happen, you have to give them a better experience than you had. You know,
Like, even if you yourself can't afford like to be a perfect example, you should still try to actively do what you can to show
like
them, like
try
tell
your
them like,
best, bro.
hey, I'm not a good example of what you can be, but I want you to know that if you try hard, really, and you really apply yourself, you can be so much better than me. Like, you could be like Oprah. You can be like, who
Like
else can you be like? You could be like
Steve
Rosa
Harvey,
Parks.
bro. You could be like any
You could be black people out here actually doing stuff in the world and not just be another statistic.
like YN and Young Hulk culture. Oh my god, bro.
I
Oh
see that
my
struck a nerve.
dude, it irritates me, bro, when I be hearing niggas talking about, yeah, bro, I'm a young nigga, bro. I be walking around in ski mask. I'm a young hoe. I be doing this and that. I'm like,
A lot of it are harmless, but like some of it is just like, why are you doing that?
I'm like,
Like
it's
I feel
actually
like it was a
a
cute
statistic.
little joke at first, but people just started taking it way too far and started trying to use it to justify like actual crimes.
I'm like, or just being just a shitty person, bro, or just trying to justify being a terrible person. Like, yeah, bro, I just cheated. Yeah, bro, I just cheated on my man's. I'm a young hoe type. What?
Young ho, I just slept with my brother boyfriend. Like, why would you do
Excuse?
that? Why would you do your brother like that? First of all, why would you cross your own blood?
Like, what's wrong with you, bro?
Like, I'm a young ho. I just started dating my best friend baby daddy. Excuse me?
What?
Are we proud of this? Hello?
Why we shouldn't be? Like, we should not at all be proud of this, bro.
We're putting this under young ho? No, that's trifling. You're a trifling hoe.
I'm like, you're actually terrible, bro. And the fact that you like think you can just be here, think you can just like you just think that you can say stuff like this, bro. You think you can act like this because you're a young hoe or you're a young nigga, bro. What? No,
And
bro.
even in
You're
like,
somebody's son, bro. Like, first of all, why are you willingly referring to yourself as a hoe?
yeah, even like the term like it's pretty derogatory. But like I said, like I don't know. I feel like that's really like it takes a certain person. Like it really depends like how you interpret it. But like at the same time, it's just like if you're using it to just like try to justify degenerate behavior, and then like when people call you out on it, you start getting defensive. Like no, you need to be
I'm like,
shamed because that's not right.
I'm like,
You wouldn't want everybody to sit here and agree with you like, yeah, go see with your best friend baby daddy. Yeah, no.
yeah, yeah. I'm like, what?
No.
Do you know how crazy this sounds, bro? Like how
And you
actually
over here
ridiculous
arguing
you
in the
sound?
comments like you can't tell me like what I can and can't do. This is my life. I do what I want.
You're
You're
right. You do what you
trifling.
want. So
But you
make some
chose to
decent
post
decisions,
it.
bro.
You chose to post this. You chose to do this. And so you're gonna get the backlash that you deserve. Whether you be better for it or not, you're gonna know
Like,
that you're wrong for this.
like, and it's bad, bro. It's real. Like, you guys should. They should actually be ashamed of themselves for it, but they're not because
They're
this culture has
not.
been normalized, bro. People on the internet just like they be enabling people's bad behavior.
Exactly. You know South Park? They're just a bunch of like Cartmans, bro. I swear
Literally,
to
bro.
God.
And I'm like, and then, bro, and then they are the same people who have like the nerves, bro, to like try to call people out on other people's stuff, bro.
They be hypocrites. Like
I'm like,
that lady with the couple with the 5 kids where the dad don't got a job or nothing. She was literally saying how like, oh, you don't even know. She was talking to one of the kids baby mamas or one of the kids mamas like, you don't even know what your son's favorite food is. You have no right to talk like this. But she's been preventing her from seeing her child actively. She's actually going out of her way to prevent her from spending time with her child. And
I'm
then
like,
she's throwing in her face how she don't know nothing about her child
I'm like,
while
what do you
making the
mean? Like, of
child
course
sleep
she.
on the floor in the kitchen with 3 other kids.
And then again, bro, they be posting this, bro, and people don't be doing nothing, bro. Like, I get that y'all on the internet, bro, but like, their family,
Call C
friends,
if
bro.
y'all
People be
can
saying this
call and swat a streamer. You can
for
call
for for
CPS and
literally
save the
breathing, bro.
kid.
I'm saying, bro, you can call and swat a streamer for breathing, bro. You can call CP.
Like y'all just sitting there, just like, ain't that something? But you still just giving them like the likes and the comments and the engagement. That's why they do it, for the engagement.
I'm like, they see that this
And
stuff
they're
is making
getting money
content,
from
bro.
it, and they're just choosing to not do it because there's no repercussions, there's no consequence. We keep coming back to this. No consequences is the
I'm like,
worst thing that can happen.
and like, it's just something that does not stop, bro. I'm like, the like, people genuinely don't get consequences for anything, bro, and it's so bad because no
Because
one
it's
wants to
such
hold them
hard work
accountable.
to hold somebody accountable. It's so hard. It's just like
And
nobody
then,
wants to go through the uncomfortableness of
and like,
doing
yes,
it.
bro, I'm telling you, bro, you're like, if you're someone who's watching like people do stuff like this, bro, and you're not actively trying to help, like, I get at some point you just have to realize cut your losses. But like, if you're seeing this, bro, and you're actively just doing nothing at all, bro, you haven't tried to do anything, you're just as bad as this.
And
I'm
it's
like,
just
you
so
have to at least
sad.
attempt, bro.
Like I said, like even just thinking about like them kids, like I feel genuinely like so bad. Like my heart hurts for them because like imagine like when I was a kid and I couldn't see my father, like I was devastated. But to go on
I'm like,
TikTok and just see like somebody who mistreats you talk about, oh, you don't even know nothing about your son, while actively preventing the mother from seeing the son.
I'm like, what, bro?
His
That's
pain is your
ridiculous.
content. And the dad and your dad is doing nothing about it. Your dad is just letting this happen.
Cause he don't care, bro. He don't care about you.
Like he's literally spending all of his time on a PS5 while y'all are sleeping in one bedroom. It's five of you.
I'm like, and they should be ashamed of this, bro. They really should be.
And then like
Like,
there's another kid from the husband, but he walked out on the kid, and the baby mama keeps talking about like, oh my god, like you need to come back and spend time with your son. Like he miss
but
you.
you won't
Like
let these moms spend time with their kids, bro. What?
exactly. And like she keeps trying to, and the wife keeps trying to defend it, and that's where the hypocrisy come in at. Like you're condemning the baby mama for not knowing anything about her kid, but your husband is actively avoiding seeing his child, and there's just nothing wrong with that.
I'm like, at some point, bro. At some point, bro. You know, we we just need to learn. I do think we have been on this topic for a while. I do want to switch up too. I just thought about it. The whole we're gonna talk about like, bro, you reap what you sow, bro. Oh, I
You
know it
do.
because it still goes hand in hand with what we're currently talking about. Like you really do, bro. Like people don't understand, bro. Everything has consequences, bro. Even if it does not happen at like that exact time, bro. I can promise you, bro. Karma is a bitch, bro. It really
And
is, bro.
karma is always going to come back on you tenfold. If you help a homeless person, then karma is going to come back on you tenfold. Karma is not just objectively good or bad. Karma is based
It's
off of what you do.
you
If you
do
do good
like
deeds, you get good karma. If you do bad deeds, you get
bad
bad
deeds,
karma.
you get bad karma, and it's as simple as that, bro. It's
And
not
it's
hard
like
to
it's
understand.
a real like problem with like the elderly, because people will just sit and like see an old person and be like, oh, they're so cute, they could do no harm. But that
This
old
person was a
person was not
racist
always
murderer back in their
old.
day, bro.
Like they were not always old. They could have lived a life like lynching people. Like, and you're just gonna ignore that because like, oh, that was so long ago. The times
Excuse?
changed. They paid their price. No, they didn't. They
Did they,
just got
bro?
old.
I'm
Everybody
like,
gets old. The best person in the world could go old right now. They're doing the same things. So is getting older like literally you reaping what
I'm
you
like, you
sow,
think that's a
or is that
you think
just
that's
you
a saving
like
grace, bro? It should not be a saving
no?
grace, bro.
Just because you are old does not take out the things that you did when you were young. Because if you were still conscious enough and smart enough to know what you were doing was wrong, and you still
Like,
actively did it, and now you're using, I'm just a little old lady. Okay, now you're an
At
old
some
lady.
point, bro.
That you were an old lady all your life. Come on now.
I'm
You've
like,
been an
at
old lady
some
for
point,
20
bro.
years. What were you doing for the last
Like,
40?
I'm like, at some point, bro. Like, and they'd be like, why is all this bad stuff happening to me? Because, bro, you did a lot of bad stuff, bro. You did a lot of bad stuff. And look what's
If
happening,
you
bro.
just spend
You
your
got
life
arthritis, bro.
lying,
Bro, and shit, bro. It's bad.
conniving, and scamming, you are going to get that all back tenfold. And energy cannot be created nor destroyed. So
It's like,
everything you do, it is just bouncing and multiplying. So when it hits you again, imagine how much it multiplied. And now you're gonna sit here like, oh, why is all of this happening to me? Why would you do it to where it happened to you like this? Like some people just
like,
generally get bad luck, but most people just like, oh, why did this happen to me? Because you was doing things you ain't have no business. What do you
because you
mean?
decide
Why are
not
we
to,
confused?
because you decide to just genuinely be a fucking asshole, bro. Like,
Take
yeah, bro.
accountability.
Bro, I cheated on my girl, bro. Got her pregnant, bro. Left her, bro. Proceeded to rob, steal, beat my next few girls. Yo, bro, why am I in jail, bro? Why is all this happening to me, bro? Why am I getting beat
Like
up
that was
every
in
day
the
in the prison
past. That was
yard?
a whole. I race no, because you still did it, and in
I'm
that
like,
moment you actively sought it out and you actively still did it. Just because
I'm like,
something happened a while ago does not, you could
like,
literally abuse your child and your child could be 30 now, but just because 20 years passed since that happened, your child is still suffering all the repercussions of that. So if they're still suffering, why is it fair for them to suffer and for you to just be let off the hook because, oh, it was so long ago, I wasn't right in the head, I'm better now? You may be better now, but you were still wrong and you still need to reap what you sow.
at some point, bro. Oh, and like again, y'all think, oh, well, nothing's happened to me yet. Oh, it's coming.
Like
It's
I
just
said,
building
it's
up.
come back tenfold. Like it's making all of its rounds. It's making all of its bounces. It's gonna give you the
I'm like,
max
it's checking
multiplier.
you twice, bro. Oh,
You
making sure
might as
you're
well
naughty
go
or
ahead and
nice,
enjoy
bro.
what you got while you have it.
Go
Cause
ahead,
I
bro.
know people from experience just
All that evil, bro.
do
It gonna
wrong,
come
you
back.
just fall apart.
I'm like, evil, bro. It always comes back, bro. I'm like one clip I keep going around with TikTok, bro. It's from the Jeffrey Dahmer show, bro. And it's always that one clip where like Jeffrey Dahmer gets killed by that other inmate because of yada yada. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, because yeah, and that's how he died in real life. You know why that's how he died in real life? Because that nigga was fucking evil.
He reaped what he sowed.
I'm like, he was
You
evil,
can't
bro.
do
And
wrong by people and then expect for people to do right by you. That's just
I'm like,
unrealistic and selfish.
hey, bro, people aren't gonna support you when you're treating them like dirt, bro. They won't. Like at some point, you just gotta realize, bro, you're just a terrible person, bro. And hey,
And
and
terrible
it's
people
not too late,
deserve
bro.
terrible things.
They do,
It's
bro.
literally
You
common
deserve.
sense.
I'm like, you deserve everything bad that will happen to you.
Like
You do.
like is it unfortunate? Yes, but you actively chose to walk down this path. You cannot choose your
I'm like,
consequences. I cannot break into somebody's house and then just say, "Wait, let me leave." You broke into my house. Why would I let you leave scot free after you just ruined
I'm
my safe
like,
space? This is my safe space, and
you
you
desecrated
broke
my
into it
place,
like it
bro.
was nothing. Now I probably can't be safe in my home again, and you just want to say, but I can leave, but I can leave. That doesn't
No.
erase what you did.
I'm like, hey, bro, you broke in, bro. You shouldn't have done that, bro.
Exactly. Now you gonna reap what you sow, and you can't choose how. That's
You
not
can't
right.
choose
You
your
chose to come
punishment,
in
bro.
here, so
I'm
now
like,
I
you
get to
don't
choose
like.
what happens to you.
I'm like, and yes, bro, I know what you're referencing right now, bro. I was like, but like, dude, I'm like, you like truly, bro. If you're a bad person, bro, bad things are gonna happen to you, bro. I'm like, I've done a few things of bad things, bro. Things I regret, bro. But did karma happen? Yes, bro. Yes, it did. I definitely
Yeah.
reap what I sowed. Like, like for example, bro, I was selfish to some friends back in the day, bro. Hey, she stopped being friends with me. I can understand that, bro. I was being a dickhole. But what did I do? I learned. I changed my ways. Like, you can be a bad person, but you can change, bro.
but you have to put in the work. A lot of people don't want to do that.
I'm
Like
like,
with one of my boyfriends, I just treated him like so bad because I was thinking, oh, okay, well I was treated bad, so now I gotta be the one to treat him bad. And what did he do? He broke up with me on my birthday, and he gave me trauma. But like, did it hurt? Yes. But did I deserve it? Yes. Like, I can't just sit here and blame him. Like, I did that. That was my karma. I do not blame him for doing that at all.
I'm like what
And
people
like,
need to
that's the thing.
understand,
Like,
right? Like,
they need to take
like,
accountability. They can't just sit here
like,
confused, like, oh my God, this is so unfair. Why did this happen to me? Because you did
I'm
something
not
for this
gonna
to
say
happen
here,
to you.
guys, don't let us try to make sound the way we're complaining that we're absolute saints. We're not, bro.
I'm
We
definitely
fuck
not a
up.
saint.
Me neither, bro. I
But the
mm.
difference is when we do, with the
We
when
learn,
we
bro.
reap
We
what we
learn.
sow, we
I'm like,
accept what
I'm
happens
like,
to us at face value.
I'm
Like,
like, we
okay, I
get our
did that.
karma, bro, and
I did
then
that. I don't like the karma. Now I'm not going to do that
exactly.
again
Now I
because I
want to
don't
be
want more
better.
karma.
Like
Exactly.
now I
Now
want
I'm
to
going to do
change.
better for people. Like, come on now. When people would
I'm
go
like,
do all that and they still do the same thing and be confused.
I'm like, and you be doing it to other people too, bro. And you have the people who feel no remorse for it, bro. How do you straight up how do you as a person, right? I you say fuck all these people, bro. Bro, you do all this bad shit, bro. You cheat on your girl, bro. Oh, you kill people, bro. You take people away from families. How do you do
And
that
then once
and
you
feel no
get took away
remorse?
from your family over here talking about, oh, he was such a good kid. He just loved to play soccer. Y'all took my baby. Oh, rest in
What were
peace.
you
He
doing
going
when
to
your baby
heaven.
was killing people?
Exactly. Like your baby going to heaven. No, your baby is looking up at you right now.
I'm
Your
like,
baby was not your baby reaped what he sowed. And although
and
like I feel bad for the family because you shouldn't have to deal with losing like a child or a family member, but that's how you feel. He made multiple people feel that way with no remorse.
I'm like, he killed people, bro. He killed people. And nigga Jeffrey Dahmer, he killed people. He raped people. He ate people. And then he died. And then he got murdered.
And he died how he was killing people.
I'm like,
And
he
there's
died,
people will be trying to justify like all the fan mail, but it's like if you were a gay man, then you would not have been trying to justify
especially
it
during
if
that
you
time,
would have
bro.
been the victim. Because not only are you going through homophobia, you're actively being tracked down.
I'm like,
You're if you are an African American gay man, you were actively being homophobic. People being homophobic to you, and you were actively being targeted, while the police did nothing to save you for the simple fact that
I'm
you're
like,
a gay African American.
literally because you're a gay African American, bro.
And like all these women just over here sending fan mail, like you're doing that because you were safe. He didn't want you. But
I'm like,
if that were to happen to you, then that would be a whole separate story. Oh, somebody give him
bro,
the death chair,
hold
give
up.
him the
So,
needle.
bro, speaking of giving women fan letters to murders and shit, bro. So there's this guy on trial, bro. I think his name is Cameron something, bro. So he killed a wife, no, a wife. I don't know if she was married. A girl, a lady, and her kid, her little kid, because he was speed racing. Like he was racing down streets, bro,
Oh, I
not
think
caring
I know
about
who you're
traffic laws,
talking about.
right? Right, and it's
Yeah.
and he was warned to stop doing that, bro. And then guess what? He killed someone, and then he got put in jail.
Yeah, and
Why were
everybody
there
just over there
women
defending
like,
him
oh my god,
because of
he's
his
so hot
looks.
because he looked good?
Exactly.
What?
It's
He
pretty
killed people.
privilege is such a bad thing because
Oh my
it's like
god, bro.
it's that's a whole phenomenon. Like if you look like conventionally attractive, then
People
people
will literally
automatically see
forgive
you and
everything you do,
assume
bro.
that like, oh, well, he couldn't do that or she couldn't do that. She's attractive. But they
What?
literally have that is literally the phenomenon. Like they just assume that, oh, you look attractive. You automatically have the advantage because you can't do any
I'm like,
wrong.
why would this attractive person do anything wrong? They're attractive, you know.
Exactly. You hit the gene lottery. Why would you do something to ruin that?
Like, why would you, bro? Also, you know what? Yeah, scot free. Why? Cause you're pretty. That family,
Exactly.
bro, you killed. Yeah, they'll be
Oh, that
fine.
they don't. They just everybody dies sooner or later.
Like what? Like this is indeed crazy, bro. Not like this is indeed crazy to say, bro. And like it's a shame, bro. Y'all are over here sitting, breathing, bro, acting like, yeah, bro, this is fine. You know, so awesome.
Well, he's attractive. I feel like we could just all like forget about it. Give him another chance. But if
How
it
about
was
we
like
not?
a disco moderator, oh no, give him the chair. Why would he even think
Exactly. I'm
about doing something like
like,
that?
ugh, holy chud, ugh, he's disgusting. I mean, how dare he?
Ugh,
And then
exactly.
there's a dude who looks
Make
conventionally.
sure he
I'm
never
like,
see the lights.
and guess what, bro? There's a dude conventionally attractive who did the exact same shit as him, bro.
He wouldn't do that. You know what? I feel like let this be a warning. This is his first offense. Your first offense was a double homicide. Hello,
Hello, you raped and killed a child? What the fuck? And
bro. No. Okay. There was this one. I was watching this one case and it broke my heart. I think this girl was like a volleyball player, and she was just trying to go home and not go home, but she was trying to return a book at the library, and it was nighttime. And so when she was going to return it, a man like came in and he raped her, right? And so he like messed her up so bad. Like she's disabled now. Like she's in a wheelchair. She
oh, I know
can't
what you're talking
talk.
about. I've
Like
seen this, bro. I've seen yes,
yes.
bro.
And it's
That
just
is
like
so terrible.
exactly like this girl had her whole life ahead of her. Now she has nothing ahead of her
I'm
because he
like,
did this, and that wasn't his first time. He literally had a history, and it's like some people can change, but some people they're just repeat offenders. Like no matter what you do, they're going to do it again because they don't care. They have no shame. They don't have that moral compass inside of their head, and if they do, they don't listen to it, or it's just flawed.
and it's like, and then like again, bro. And it takes so long for like people to notice these people, and it's like, and they've been showing this behavior. Like again, bro. Dahmer was killing squirrels, and like mutilating them. What the
Yeah, he
fuck?
was literally just getting roadkill and just playing off like he just trying to learn about anatomy.
What? That's fucking
Then
weird.
he killed the first person, then the second person. All why did he do it? Because he wanted a zombie. Like people show signs of it, but their parents like a lot of people, like a lot of parents don't understand, especially like in the black community, they don't understand the term mental illness.
Mental
Back in
illness,
my
bro, doesn't.
days, we didn't have depression. You were depressed. You don't
I'm
have
like
bills.
dead
What are
ass,
you
bro.
depressed for?
I'm
What are
like dead
you're an
ass, bro. My
alcoholic.
mom,
That
my mom called our generation a bunch of bitches. They were killing them. So I'm like, bro, you know why they were doing it? Because their whole life was terrible. I'm like,
and because it's
grown,
people like that that's just trying to downplay everything
like
that they
that's like,
feel.
and
Like if
also guys,
your
I know
mind is
like,
telling you to do it, like your mind literally controls everything you do. Like your brain is literally you and you're just in a body. So if your brain is literally saying, "Oh, I don't want to be alive," then that's literally like the biggest thing. 'Cause it could literally be like
I'm
a
like,
switch. Like, you are your brain. Your brain controls everything you do. And people would say that and like, you have no reason to be depressed. You don't got no bills. You just gotta go to
and I'm
school.
like,
So hard by going to school.
I'm like, and y'all like, what do you mean? What's wrong with going to school? I can tell you, bro. These people are going to school, bro. Oh, they're depressed. Has bro, they're getting bullied, bro. Nothing's going well, bro. And they try to tell their parents, suck it up. What? Are they hurting you? No. Then suck it up.
So what are you complaining for? Hurt if they hurt you,
I'm
hurt
like,
them back. Like
back.
hello? Like no.
I'm like, it's not that easy, bro. Like, why are you telling your kid like, oh, they're just saying some words to you? Ignore them. What? Oh, if I could
Like
just ignore them, I would. Like it
and the
was
thing
that
about
easy.
it is like now that like I'm not in high school no more, like I'm about to graduate.
Yeah.
Thinking about
Shout
like
out to my
my
graduate.
freshman year, it's just like oh my god, like I really like all of that was really like not that big of a deal. But it's like it's different from like when you already lived through it versus when you're
Versus
actively
like
going
actually
through it.
going through it, bro. Like
Exactly. It's just
like when you're straight up, like when all this is just straight up happening to you, bro. Yeah, yeah, it sucks.
it all hits you so fast. But like after like 2 years pass, you can look back and be like, oh well, that wasn't that bad
I'm
because you
like,
already
oh,
lived 2 more years of your life versus
I'm like, you
actively
got better,
going
you
through that
got,
every
bro.
single
But like,
day.
every single day, bro. Like people don't understand, bro. The whole thing, like, you know when they would say sticks and stones may break my bones, but words can never hurt. That's so
Bro,
not true,
words
bro.
hurt. Words
Words hurt,
hurt.
bro. Words hurt, bro. Like, have you like ever been just looked down on somebody because how you look, bro? Oh, like you
Bro,
wake up, bro. You're like, oh, I
yes.
look really good, man. Then you go into school, people are laughing at you, whispering about you, bro, saying all this stuff like, oh, did you do this? Oh, look at you. Huh. When we walk out like that, yada yada, or just or they do the fake little friend thing, bro, where they're like, oh, you look real cute today. Oh,
Oh
you
my
look
god,
great.
that is literally how Haley was to my friend Kat. And when I would tell her like how she was, that everybody called me like everybody said, "Oh, you're so fake. Like you're so messy. Why would you do that?" No, why would I sit here let you talk about my best friend and just not say nothing about it? And then you go and smile in her face the next day. That's
I'm
not
like, you're
right.
literally a snake, bro.
And like it's
You're a
people
snake
like
in
that
the
that just try to
grass.
try to justify like horrible behavior so they don't change. Like I used to always get bullied for freckles because everybody thought I would have a disease up until I was a freshman. People thought I would have a disease, and so I was just think like, oh my god, my parents just painted me like in the tub every night when I was asleep. Like that doesn't make sense. Like it's not logical at all. But I was
I'm
just trying
like,
to find some way to cope with it to make it seem like, oh well, it's not my fault I have freckles. It's their fault. Like
I'm
no,
like,
it's the kids' fault. Cause they just make fun of
I'm
everything they
like,
don't understand. Like, why is me and my skin just irritating you
I'm
so
like,
much?
why, bro? Why does how I look, bro? I'm like,
Like,
I'm
you
not
don't
even
wake up
bothering you,
and
bro.
see me every day. You don't have to see
Like,
me. You choose to look at me. You don't wake up in my body.
like, bro. I think probably one of the worst time I ever got bullied was elementary school. I like one of the reasons why I hated school so much back in elementary school is I would get bullied every day, bro. I'm like, I wish I was playing, bro, when and this kid in my school came up with the term Ken juice. What? I was like, what?
Sorry, but you gotta admit
It's
that was
like,
pretty good.
bro, I think it's hilarious now, but yeah, now I can admit that's kind of funny. But as a kid, bro, imagine, bro, you're just trying to talk to someone and say, oh, don't talk to him because he has Ken juice. What?
You over there making secretions?
I'm like, no, bro, I wasn't, bro. They would he would literally he looked at me once, bro, and pure disgust crossed his.
Oh,
And then he said, ew, bro, Ken juice. Said, don't talk to him because yada yada. I'm like, what? And then I would literally have people constantly making fun of me for whatever. Like one of the things, dude, I was a real kid back in
you was
early
a really
elementary
what?
school. Like I was a real sick kid back in kindergarten.
Yeah,
Like I would get sick really often. Like, and that would include throwing up, bro, because I would get sick. Right, and
understandable.
when you do that a lot as a kid, bro, kids are mean, bro. So you get a reputation. That reputation followed me until fourth grade. I'm like, bro, I was trying to talk to this new girl because hey, I want to make new friends, bro. It's like second. This girl says, "Oh, he throws up a lot." What? Why
Yeah.
are you Don't talk to him. That's gross.
No, I understand. Like people thought, like people would be advised not to touch me because they thought I would just be over there spreading disease. They touch me, they get contagious. They start growing spots.
Bro. And it's I'm what are we doing, bro? What are we actually doing? I was like, I don't know, bro. I just like, and then adults will be the first thing to say, bro, that this isn't a problem. It is, bro. I'm
They say that because,
yeah.
like I said, they think about it like how we just talked about it. They're
I'm
adults
like,
now, so they looking back at it, it doesn't seem like so bad. Like for all of
I'm
my
like,
piercings, it's like they all hurt so bad. But like when I think back on it, it's like, oh, they didn't hurt that bad. But I would never go through it again because once you going through it, it's so much different than just thinking
then
back on it in the past.
and that's why empathy is so needed, bro. We people need to be able to put if more people were able to put you know put themselves in more people's shoes, we wouldn't have half the crime.
Yeah,
So you know what, viewers, I
exactly.
want you to take that from today's episode. So for the first episode, your lesson is, try to put yourself in other people's shoes for one. Because really, you can never know what could be going on in somebody's life.
And if that's
Like
not
it,
enough for you, just remember you reap what you sow.
I'm like,
Just
you
think
reap what you
about
sow,
that.
bro. I'm like, if you don't want to feel remorse for that kid, bro, you've been talking shit about since elementary school. Don't expect things to go well for you, cause I
You do bad
promise
by
you.
people, people will do bad by you.
All right, but is there anything else we want to talk about?
Not this podcast, no.
Okay, so you guys know what that means. If you guys want to hear more, please tune in to episode 2. All right, bye bye.